Hello guys, and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to our little therapy session where we talk about Chelsea. Uh, I haven't been able to upload for some time now because life has been very, very busy. Life has been kicking my ass, but I'm back, and I'm going to be reacting to the Arsenal game and the Brentford game, and then we talk about things going forward. Without much ado, let's get into it. I predicted a draw against Arsenal, and even though that was the result, it left a bitter taste just because of how the game went. I mean, we had that game. We should have won. We had that game. We were the better side overall. We should have won that game. We missed a lot of chances again, like we always do. And but even with the missed chances, we should have won that game. In my opinion, we lost. I say lose. We drew that game because of Sanchez and Poch. Both of them threw that game away. Sanchez with his error and Poch with his substitutions. I just can't understand what this guy is doing half the time. But the best part of the game for me was Mudrik's goal. If you've been watching this channel, you know how much I love this guy and how much I want him to succeed at this club. And I was so happy when he scored. I was the happiest person to see that ball go into the net. Whether you think it was a fluke or not, nobody cares. So that was the best part of the game for me. But all in all, it was a shit game. It felt like a loss because we should have won against Brentford. Now this is where it gets really frustrating. I knew it was going to be a difficult game. I predicted in the video where I predicted seven games, I predicted a draw against Brentford because I know it's a difficult game. We've won just once against them in the league since they came back to the league. So uh, I knew it was going to be difficult, but I didn't think we were going to lose at home. I predicted a draw because I thought without Ivan Tony, we would have the advantage. But boy, was I wrong. Boy, was I wrong. It was a very disappointing defeat. Again, it was one of those games where we had to turn around from last season. We lost the same fixture last season, so we had to correct it this season. But yet again, we've lost to Brentford at home. I didn't I didn't understand what Poch was trying to do in that game. I didn't understand why Gusto was benched. I do understand James has to be eased in because of his injury, but why bench Gusto? And why was Enzo not in the game? I understand he just had a baby, but you still have to go to work. Score for your baby, win the fucking game for your baby, and celebrate. And let's all celebrate with you. You have to do your job. Like, oh God. Well, let's talk about the game. How are we still missing these chances? How is it possible for our attacking players to be so useless? How is it possible for us to it's like they're deliberately trying not to score because I can't understand this. How is it possible for our attacking players to be this useless? Now, Palmer was the only one in this game that could hold his head high because he was doing everything. This guy was creating chances, he was laying the passes, he was doing everything. But they just can't score. They just can't score. Useless set of attackers. They can't score. We shouldn't be losing at home to Brentford. And in fact, talking about home, we have been terrible at home. I think we've lost 11 out of the last 12 games at home at Stamford Bridge. Now, you don't go anywhere in football without making your home a fortress. It's not possible. You can't you can't build any momentum. You can't win anything. You can't do anything if your home is not a fortress. And right now, Stamford Bridge is anything but our home right now. everybody comes in and slaps us up. It doesn't even matter the team, it doesn't matter their form. They come there and they get a result. Brentford has been poor this season, but trust them to come to Stamford Bridge and win. It is terrible. We are beyond terrible at home, and it needs to change. It really needs to change if we are to make anything out of this season. It's so where do we go from here? This game was supposed to be one of the easiest, if not the easiest, of the run of games we have coming up, and we have lost. So where do we get the points from? How can we be optimistic going into this run? And let me just go through the games we have. We've got top of the league Spurs next, followed by treble winning champions Manchester City, followed by Champions League Newcastle and Brighton before we make the trip to Old Trafford. So realistically, where do we get the points from? Which of these games can we say Chelsea will be able to win? That's the question. You know what? The painful thing, yeah? The painful thing is I was already resigned to us being shit this season. Like, I made my peace with it. I made my peace with us being a shit team this season. I was just going to watch, not expect anything, just support the team. But it's what a few wins do to you. It's what a few wins and a few good results do to you. You start to lose this sense of reality. You start to get optimistic. You start to think something is happening. But trust Chelsea, and thank you, Chelsea, for bringing me back down to earth. Thank you for clipping my wings. Thank you for resetting me. So we're back where we started. We shouldn't expect anything from this club. We should just watch, be hopeful, and hope for the best, but expect the worst. That's back to where we are now. We're shit, and we're still shit, and there's nothing good happening anytime soon. This is just so you don't lose your fucking mind. Like, it's so you stay sane. So we play Spurs next, and I predicted a draw earlier in my other video, and I'm sticking to it. I'm sticking to a draw, despite everything. Even though I'm really tempted to go for a loss, but I'm sticking with a draw. And I'll be releasing a video before the weekend to preview the game, and we'll talk more about the game there. That's the end of this little therapy session. If you haven't already, please subscribe, and if you like this video, please hit the like button, and I'll see you on the next one. Thank you for watching, guys.